AITA for leaving my uncle's house after he made me wait for more than an hour. My uncle invited me over for his birthday weekend. I normally drive to his house 2 hours away, and then we cross over the border to see the rest of the family. This time, he asked me to come the night before, arrive Friday night, cross the border early Saturday, and spend the day there. I agreed to the plan. Friday after work, I called him to let him know I was going to fill up on gas, and then I'd be on my way. I also told him I would call at a specific point in the drive. When I got to that point, I called him again and let him know I'm 30 minutes away. He said, "Okay, see you soon." When I get to his house, nobody is home. I called him and he said he's a few blocks away and asked if I had eaten anything. I said no and that I could go grab something to eat while I waited for him. He agreed and asked to meet up again in 20 minutes. It sounded like he was in a busy place, like a store or restaurant. But he didn't give me a reason as to why he wasn't home, so I went to a nearby drive-thru and sat in the parking lot and ate and talked to friends on the phone. I tried to give him more than enough time to come back, so I actually didn't drive back to his house until 40 minutes later. Still, nobody was home. I'm getting frustrated at this point, and I get the urge to leave. I'm messaging a friend and they suggest I give him one more call and to threaten to leave so that I can at least give him the opportunity to explain himself or come back. He answers the call but doesn't say hello right away. Instead, I listen to the background noise and I can hear a waitress naming off beers and there's the clattering of silverware. He's clearly out having food and drinks. After about 5 seconds, he tells me he'll call me back and just hangs up the call. At this point, it's been an hour since I arrived in his city. I'm frustrated at the lack of communication and I'm tired from a long week. I text him and tell him I'm leaving his gift in his mailbox and that I'm going to head back home. So I do just that. This is where I might be the asshole. 20 minutes later, he starts calling me and I don't answer. He messages me and asks where I'm going and then tells me that his car broke down. I don't want to talk about it or explain myself. I just don't want to fight or argue or explain why it's so rude to leave me hanging after I drove out so far. To me, the conversation seems pointless. A few minutes later, his wife calls me and messages me. I don't answer again. I do feel bad about this because she said she had just gotten off of work and that my uncle told her I was home. I don't think she knew what was going on because she's a hard ass and wouldn't have made me wait. We haven't talked the rest of the weekend. I would personally like an apology, but I don't think it's coming, and I fear that I may have fucked this up with my family. I always fear that I'm not the most patient nor forgiving person, but I just wanted better communication.